Hey guys, so this was requested by one of my subscribers. I just started doing the epoxy tumblers. So this was one of my practice cups. I just got some from the dollar store to try the ombre. I did some cloth ones. And then from the practice ones, I went on to my cup that I use every day. I'm gonna put a photograph on it and re-epoxy it now that I know more about doing that. And then for my birthday, I went and bought me a 30 ounce because I love the 20 ounce, but I wanted a 30 ounce, so I did the plaid, and I have another 30 ounce. Tried out the ombre again. These need to be epoxied, so I'll do a video on how I do my epoxy. These are the koozies. So this comes out, you put your can in, and you put it back. So I've got a set of those for a friend for Christmas. One will have a snowman on it, and one will have her name on it. And then this was my first order, and I used the chunky glitter. And so I'm gonna have to sand it down to put on her monogram because I've got like these chunky bits where the epoxy didn't set right. So I'm gonna sand it down, wipe it with alcohol, put her decal on, and then put another layer of epoxy in. Hopefully that comes out well. Football's still in there. But I'm learning. I've only been doing it for a week, and I have 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've done 14 cups. 10 of which still need epoxy. So I'm waiting for my Pro Marine to come in. I ordered the bulk because that's what everyone recommended. Until then, I use the Easy Cast from Michaels, and I can only do a couple cups at a time, and I'm hand turning. So if you guys want a video on how I do my hand turning, I know there's some out there, but they're not very detailed. So if you want one that's very detailed and how I do my setup and all of that, I will show you. Just let me know in the comments below. So I was going to do a 20 ounce tumbler for this candy cane or striped or whatever you want to call it tumbler, but they had these bottles on sale at Walmart for $6, so I grabbed a bunch of them earlier this week and figured I'll just do it on this. So I'm going to be doing a silver white mixed glitter that I mixed myself for the main coat, and I dumped my red all over the floor. So instead of red, we're going to do green with this one. And these are all the glitters I have. The white that's mixed in with the silver. The white is from the Dollar Tree, and the silver is extra fine from Walmart. And then these come in a pack of, I believe, 12 from Walmart, and I love them. So, all right. So first things first is we get our Mod Podge. I'm just using, I have a bunch of these from a different craft left over from the Dollar Tree, so I'm just using these up. Get our Mod Podge, and you have to work fairly quickly with the Mod Podge because it does dry fast. I've already took my tape and made my stripes. I have 2 sets of stripes on there. I was going to do stripes the whole way around, but I thought it looked weird, so I did those 2. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your Mod Podge. Hopefully I'm in the camera here. And you're going to coat the bottle or the tumbler And you want a fairly thin coat for your first layer, is what I'm told. And that's why you gotta work quickly with it, because it does dry fairly fast. Usually I do 2 coats. Sometimes I can get away with 1, depending on how fast I can do it. I live in Florida and it's very humid and very hot. So what I do is I coat everything first with not the thinnest layer, and then I go through and I thin it out all the way around. Because if you leave heavy streaks in your Mod Podge, it will show up in your glitter, and you don't want that. From what I'm told. I don't know, I haven't made that mistake. Just from watching videos and being part of groups on Facebook, I've learned a lot. So you're going to do that, and then you're going to, I always have a box and I always keep paper in the bottom for my extra glitter. And then you're going to, I do the bottom edges and the rim, the top rim first, because they're going to dry the fastest. And then I'll do the body. So just make sure here. I really like the way this glitter came out too. Okay. You're just gonna tap. I'm actually gonna do a second layer because you can see where I kind of missed some. So we will come back when this dries and I will do a second coat, and then we will do the green, and I'll show you how I do that. Okay, so now that we've done this and let it dry, knock off what didn't stick. We're gonna go ahead and do our second layer. Okay. Now with the second layer, you can be a little bit more generous with the Mod Podge. And you're just going to get a nice layer around your entire cup. Before you do your second layer of glitter. Now some people do 2 layers, some people do 3 layers. Again, I'm new, I just started these, so I will probably only do 2 layers before I do the red lines. I did go ahead and buy some more red glitter today while the first layer was drying, because I think this cup will look better with the red stripes versus the green stripes. So just make sure there's no big globs around your cup. And then I always glitter the top and bottom first. And then I'll do the middle. Make sure I didn't miss any spots. Alright, now I'm going to let this dry a little while, and then we will come back and do the stripes. Okay guys, so we let that sit about 15 minutes. It's pretty dry, not much coming off. I'm going to go ahead and peel the stripes off. And I just used painter's tape for this because I find it easier for this part. I do use the electrical tape when I am doing the taping off the tops and bottoms of some of the tumblers that I do. But for things like this, I use the painter's tape because I find it easier. For this type of thing. Glitter, glitter everywhere. One more. Okay. Now we are going to I'm going to do the red. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to grab the red glitter. Okay. So I got this at Michael's. And it's just a fine red, which I think will go really good with that silvery white. Is there Mod Podge going? Now this is the tricky part, and I learned this with the when I did the plaid cups with the Mod Podge. You want to get the Mod Podge on your brush, and then very carefully you're going to then paint your stripes very lightly. With the Mod Podge. I'm trying not to get too much on the silvery white part. But you want to make sure you get the full stripe painted. And then you take your red. This has some white glitter on it. shake it off. Now this is my first time doing this one, so you guys are going to do it right along with me. Hopefully we can get it on there right. Okay, so you're going to do this all the way around for all your stripes. And I could be doing this completely wrong. I just assume this is the right way, since this is how I did it with the plaid cup. But I probably should have done the red first. Now that I'm thinking about it, like done the cup red and the stripes silver, because now the red's gonna kind of be mixed in to that silver. But it's gonna be super pretty. So hopefully I can get it set up right. So basically that's what you do all the way around. I probably will not do a second coat of the red before I epoxy. I'll let this dry. I usually let them dry overnight just to make sure the Mod Podge is completely dry before I epoxy my cups. I'm actually waiting for my turners. They're being built this weekend, so I should have them by Monday. So all the cups I've been doing are waiting for epoxy because I wanted to wait for my turners. So it's not perfect, and what I'll probably do is go in between the stripes and reapply the silvery white to make it more crisp, because I'm really not that great at the whole epoxy thing. I mean, not the epoxy thing, the lined Mod Podge. I could probably use a smaller brush and it would come out better. But I'm stubborn and didn't feel like going to the store to get smaller brushes. So it'll be a little off. But I feel like I'm going to like it regardless. So if y'all have any tips for me, just let me know in the comments below for my future endeavors with the cups. I'm definitely going to have to go through and do the silver between the lines. Let's see, I might have a smaller paintbrush. That'll sit. No, it's too heavy. Here we go. Let's try it this way. Use a smaller paintbrush. Let's see if we can fill these in better here. The only thing is you have to work fast with the Mod Podge. So I feel like with these little brushes, it's hard to get full coverage that quickly. Let's see how that comes out. side came out much better. We use the little brush on these little strips. So if I bring in the Mod Podge and do the strips back on the other side, between the red strips with the silver, it should look more clean. Let's see, we didn't get down here. So yeah, that's basically what you do. You just do the Mod Podge, you apply your glitter, and you let it dry. Then you apply some more glitter if you want more than one coat. And then you got yourself a cup, and then you've got to Mod Podge it. So it will be candy cane striped glitter cup. Which, who doesn't love candy cane striped glitter cups? I don't know who I'm giving this one to yet. I might use it. I'm like not even showing you guys how I'm doing the Mod Podge. At a craft fair that I'm going to before Christmas, I'm going to do some cups and sell them at the craft fair. Some Christmas cups. So, if you guys want, I will show you how I epoxy my cups. Just let me know in the comments down below. I'll have my turners by next week so I can get on and show you guys some stuff. If you're interested, just let me know. And so that is my striped cup. I will go through once this dries, I will go through and just tighten up those lines with the silvery white, and then that will be it. I'll epoxy it and the cup will be finished. So if you guys have any questions, just leave your comments down below and I will try to answer the best that I can, as I'm still a newbie. And hope you guys enjoyed it. Alright, bye.